Get over here!
Good morning, ladies and gents. Back with another Conquerors Blade video. This time around we're going to be looking at the patch notes, which are going to be dropping tomorrow, the 12th of January 2023.
Yes!
So this is actually the first patch of this year because last week they had a week off and did not actually patch anything. I'm going to be reading through all this so you don't have to, so stick me on in the background and let's get straight into it. So then, they have adjusted all the winter stuff, they have removed all the snowstorm and winter themed kind of objects from the open world and from within the city, so all of the Christmas stuff is gone. Make sure, if you are watching this video right now as it releases, go out and get all those Christmas trees and stuff because they have been dropping some nice stuff. They will be gone this time tomorrow, so make sure you are getting out there right now to get them. Going down into the maps, so Brock Estuary has been changed a little bit. Occupying the outpost now adds 120 seconds, was 90 seconds, and occupying B now adds 180 seconds, was 150 seconds. So attackers are going to have a little bit of an easier time. They've got a little bit more kind of time to play around with when they go into Brock Estuary. I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference, 30 seconds taking the outpost and taking B, but we will wait and see. To be fair, I can't actually remember the last time I saw Brock in the map, kind of, or when I saw it last anyway. No, it probably is in the map rotation, I've just not seen it for a long time. The following maps will be available after the update goes live, so it looks like they are actually changing the map rotation a little bit as well. So, Harbour City, Regionopolis, Hidden City, Wall Fort, Curate Castle Redux, Brock Estuary, Valley Fortress, White Elk Fort, Empyrean Sands, Le Grand Galar, Border Fort, Linwood Fortress, Dasuo Fort, Frontier Camp, Storehouse, and Green Peak Camp. When are they going to be bringing the Great Wall back? So that is going to be the map rotation starting from tomorrow. So there are some big kind of maps in there, which is quite nice to see. They have changed. They've done some weapon balancing, some balancing adjustments for the bow. Whether this is the longbow or the short bow, I don't know. I think it's the longbow, looking at the skills and everything, but I may be totally wrong there. So the bow. So I'm just going to read through exactly what they've written here. So many weapons haven't seen updates or changes for a vast period of time. Glaive. Some of these have outdated mechanics and no longer feel as good as they could, and even perform worse than others, and have a hard time adapting to the current meta. We're planning on reworking some classes to some extent, focusing on skill setups, combat feeling, and attack rhythm. We hope these changes will revitalize various classes. In this update, we are making changes to the bow and short bow classes. So the changes coming to the bow, which is the longbow, is they are doing a load of combat adjustments so you can chain basic attacks after skills ending animation. You can now use other skills after Bodkin Tipped and Flaming Arrow to quicker interrupt the animation. Rain of Arrows, Bodkin Tip, Flaming Arrow, and Lightning Belt now have a fairly straight trajectory and high initial rate of fire even at no charge. Full charging increases projectile speed by 18%. They have changed a couple of the skills, I'm not going to go too much into them. However, they have also changed the Lightning Bolt skill, the Bodkin Tip, the Flaming Arrow at all levels. And hopefully it is going to bring the class up into the kind of balance a little bit more. Rain of Arrows has also changed, and Marksman's skill have also changed. Going down into the short bow, so the short bow basic attacks now grant enhanced attack upon hit, increasing piercing damage by 1.5% and movement speed by 1.5% for 2.5 seconds, stacking up to 20 times. You drop 3 stacks whenever the duration runs out, so that's pretty good. If you can chain together 20 attacks, you can get a massive burst of movement speed and increased piercing damage for a few seconds, and you are going to then just be dropping a few stacks each 2.5 seconds until you obviously use your normal attack again. A few of the other skills have been changed as well. So roll has been changed slightly. Poison Arrow, Steel Tipped Arrow, Angry Hornets, Wrath of Artemis, and the runes. So Naring Kala now grants the following ability. Rolling Escape's cooldown is increased by 2 seconds, but grants 7 stacks up from 3 of enhanced attack. Onagurus effects have been adjusted to the following. The Poison of Angry Hornets reduces movement speed by 8%, was 5%, and stacks up to 7, was 10 times. It no longer affects the ability Poison Arrow. That's it I think, for the short bow. And then you got the Desert Warriors set, which is the epic schematic set. So 4-piece effect has been adjusted to the following: base attacks that hit the enemy can grant enhanced attack and increase piercing damage by an extra 6%. I'm not a bow player. I don't know if these changes to the longbow and the short bow are good or not. Please do let me know down in the comments below so other people can see it. If you are a bow player, do you think these changes are going to have much of an effect? Or do you think it's kind of still a little bit lackluster and they still need to do a little bit more work on it? Quite interested to kind of figure out if these are actual decent buffs or not for both classes. Obviously, if you want to read everything more in depth into the actual changes of the skills, I will leave a link down in the description box below for you as always. Moving down to the bug fixes, so Chain Dart and Scimitar. Fix an issue where the Chain Dart and Scimitar couldn't use skills for a short period after hooking an enemy from a high elevation. Fix an issue where darts thrown with right click wouldn't register damage when blocked by some special obstacles. Longsword and Shield. Improve the hitbox of Sally Forth and with Valor to fix the issue where some hits dealt no damage. Maps Varos. Fix an issue where heroes could get stuck at the wall stairs. And some couple miscellaneous bug fixes. Fix an issue where scrolling in the Doctrine, Drawing and Doctrinal Alchemy menu would open the world map. And fix an issue where setting up artillery and using bandaging might be interrupted when other players join Territory War. So that's a fairly big bug, which we have all noticed, I think, in Territory War. So not a huge amount of changes or fixes or whatever this week. However, I think in the next couple of weeks we'll probably be getting a more substantial kind of patch changes and fixes kind of update. What do you think of all this? Is it going to make much difference? I don't think much of it is, to be honest. It's just a few little changes here and there. Like I said, I think we're going to be getting a big one in the next couple of weeks, but it's nice to see that actually they've come back round. Like I said, this is the first patch that has dropped this year, so we are still going. We're still going strong. We're still getting patches every week, which is pretty good. Most games don't even get that, so that's always a nice thing to see. Let me know your thoughts down below, though. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, all that lovely fan-dooby-tastic stuff, and I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.